All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to more Black Desert. So today was patch day, and we're gonna read these actually right now. I kind of skimmed it a little bit earlier, but I didn't actually read it, so I wanted to go through it with you guys together, and we'll see what's happening. And so first of all, hopefully you guys are doing well, by the way. If you didn't check out today's video that dropped today, it was basically the infinite potion stuff while we have the event going on. It's probably good to check it out if you aren't doing anything else. And so yeah, we have another week of drop rate and all that stuff, XP. That's pretty good. But yeah, let's take a quick look at the events today and see what is new. Okay, so we have the after party for the 7th anniversary. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know like when BDO came out, like the specific day. I just know it was April of 2016, and then I think the beta was a little bit earlier in March sometime. So I knew it was around then, but I didn't know exactly when it was, the date specifically. So let's see, what do we have today? 7th anniversary after party. The cooldown begins basically. You get 70 crons a day times 7 days. That's basically a 490 crons, and that's basically like a pen attempt or something, maybe. Then we have another week of, or another 10 days actually, of grind and life skill XP, so, and drop rate. These are huge, so take advantage of it while you can. I actually have been super busy, and I really should do this while it's still going on. New player rewards. Or not really rewards, just like new players get bonuses, always good. Good old daily special. A lot of people have always asked me, is it worth buying these? Because this is one of those things that's like, what, $30 or something? And then you log in every day and just get these rewards. I mean, if you calculate this in terms of like buying a costume, yeah, it's worth it, but I don't know. Is it worth $30? That's really up to you. I think in terms of value it is, but do you really need a pet? Do you need more fail stacks? Do you need crons? Can you just buy the crons off the market, or like costumes that way? It's really up to you, but yeah, at least you'll get some of these, which are pretty nice. This is a 7-day Old Moon thing, which is like a comic book, a value pack, and all that stuff, so that's really nice that they actually give like a week for everyone, and good to know. What is this? Started today. So you basically get this thing, and then you turn it into a seedling pot. This isn't a new thing. I've seen this before. It's basically like if you do farming, I believe you plant those, and then you get like those mastery and XP scrolls that is good. So that's what these turn into. New Black Spirit adventure thingy, that's for the event. These are always a fun thing to do. Are the rewards good? Not really, but I mean it's definitely worth getting extra comic books and stuff. And I believe all of this after is just ongoing stuff. So yeah, that's all the events. All right, let's take a look at what do we have next. We have various class changes. No Dark Knights. Tamer. Tamers have always had the movement limited solely to the evasion. Increasing... decided to grant her super armor at the end of evasion, while slightly increasing the stamina cost. That's good. Okay, so evasion 1 to 3. Big hops, more armors, nice. Damage down from the hailing. So here's the thing. In my experience PvPing with Tamers, it's not really the hailing damage that's the thing. It's more that the hailing just CCs you a lot. So, and then that's where the Tamer damage comes in. So you just get CC'd over and over. So it's not really the damage. This probably could have been the same and it would have been fine. But it's fine. Like, it got buffed, I believe. That It looks like a buff from -60 to -50, so that means you're doing slightly more. I don't actually know what these are. These are just speed for the animations, I believe. More super armor, or I believe this is lingering. And then remove the attack damage cannot be used on cooldown. Tree climb. Oh, okay. Succession damage numbers got changed. Nothing like, I mean, it's good, I think. Wait, is that good? These numbers got buffed. Cooldown is less. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Awakening Tamers. Remove down smash on extra attack hits. Dang. That seems like a nerf. Down smash on hit in the flow. Added invincibility to... Ooh, that's good. Match to distance traveled when performing. Okay, PvP damage got changed, so you do more. Tamer's got a lot of buffs and changes today. Let me know what you guys think. Are you a Tamer main? Do you like these changes? Overall, it seems like it's overall good. At least, like, through my skimming, these numbers look like it's more and cooldown is shorter, so that seems like it's good. And then Meiwa. Ooh, this is a big one. This was like contested. That like I heard a lot of people talking about. Fix the stub arrow, the charge stub, for you could fire 4 or more. Dude, these actually kind of do a lot if you're geared. So yeah, definitely a contested one. Good thing it's changed. Wizard. Fix the skill where the casting animation was reverted to the previous one. So here's the thing. When it comes to wizards, I heard that, you know, when they came out with the whole change with the body classes, or like with the wizard's body, like animation and everything changed, I heard that it affected skill like animation. So like if you were a wizard main, you would notice it more than like anyone else. And like animation cancels were different, the skills timers and everything. So I heard that people were actually mad about that, and rightfully so. But reverted the casting animation of these to the previous one. This probably seems like a good thing because people are mad at the change with the wizard body change. I don't know how that affected it, but it did. So, I mean, seems like it's good. Archer. This is not one we see a lot, so Earth kick, damage buff, damage buff, damage buff, more damage. So basically what I'm looking at with all of these are basically Archer damage got buffed. There's not any like armor changes too much, so it's just a lot of damage increases, which overall I think that's a good thing. I already thought archers did a lot of damage in general, but I guess now they do more damage. That's good. Change the skill description to mention the correct skill duration of time to shine and shout to the sky. 30 seconds to 60 seconds. I don't know what this does, but an additional, like from 30 seconds to 60 seconds cooldown, that's a lot. Like 60-second cooldowns are the things I expect in like games like Final Fantasy, not BDO, where everything is extremely fast-paced. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good thing, but I mean, it's just skill description and nothing like actually changed. I assume that's just text. So I'm good. It's not like they didn't get nerfed even further, but just like they got nerfed a long time ago. Now it's just tooltip reflecting. But that also seems pretty bad. 30 to 60 seconds in general is not great. Guardian got changed. I never really thought Guardians had a problem. I thought they were just fine. Damage buff. Slightly reduced the visual effects with the skill's pre-attack animation. That's very good for animation canceling. more damage on attack, reduce PvP damage. Where do they get these numbers from? How I don't. One thing I really want to know is how they go about testing these numbers, because these just seem like I'm sure they have some sort of testing, right? But at the same time, it's like 6.3%. What does that mean? Where are they getting these tests from? So basically, this is overall damage seems higher, and then it reflects it in PvP. So I don't know. These seem like they're okay. 13, 12, 11, 10, 13, 11, 9, 7. Overall, these seem like good changes, but for all of you Guardian mains, let me know. Are these actually good? I assumed a lot of these are more like PvE changes. So the way I see this is like they get buffed with the attack damage, with meaning that if you do an attack, it does more times more damage. So for PvE in general, it seems like it's good. And then when they add the PvP change, it's just scaling it with it, right? So that means like for the most part the same. Corsair. We've increased the Corsair's succession and awakened capabilities for PvE. That's good. I really enjoyed Corsair. It's just like, you know the otter thingies that you spawn when you do your cannon abilities? God, those are like actually the most obnoxious things I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, so, I mean, I wish you could turn off the dialogue for that, but I understand why they have it. But, when I played Corsair during the season a few years ago, I thought it was pretty fun. Added all AP for 10 seconds during the... Dude, that's huge. 20 AP, dude. What in the world? Change DP reduction from negative 15 to negative 20. Okay. Change the DP. Okay. Damage buff, reflection. More damage buffs. 26.3% PV. Oh my god. Minus 38% PvP damage. It's kind of wild. And then a lot of damage changes. Dracania. Adjusted skill. Oh, I remember using these. These just got PvE buffs. Cool. Okay. So, Megu. Ooh, this is a hot topic. Everyone knows that Megu is pretty solid in PvE. Or, well, I guess both in PvE and PvP right now. We've balanced the PvE abilities, factoring her lack of awakening and Megu's exclusive skill, or Magnus. She found that she's too much of a force to be reckoned with. Basically, she kind of cracked, okay? So, we changed the 3-minute buff for Prime form for the critical. We basically reduced her offensive power for some gains in defense. Fair. Clones, man. The clones are actually the hardest thing to fight against. They've done a lot of testing, removing her frontal illusory double from PvP, but I don't think they should remove her clone. I think they should just make it easier to differentiate between the real and the clone. How? I'm not really too sure, but like that's one of her core features, being able to set a clone, right? However, I do think it is a little too accurate, and it's too easy to use, where like, let's say you are here and a clone is right here. All you have to do is hit one button and you instantly swap places, and it's very hard to differentiate the two. So in my opinion, I think they need to change it, but I don't think they should remove it. That's literally the point of ability, which I think is very unique, and I think that's cool overall. Okay, this includes a combo where Megu can use Lurking Claws to stop her opponent from behind and CC them. This was too advantageous for a ranged class, so reduce the speed. Do I think that's good? That seems fine. Okay, so change the skill description to match the actual frontal animation. Fix the issue where you can perform an evasion while holding the skills command. I think they should either make the cooldown for the clones a little bit longer, or as in like you can't just use it every like what? I don't know how long the timer is, but they should just like double it. That way you have to use it tactically instead of just being like, oops, I messed up, time to press the button. So yeah, I think overall a cooldown change might be good. Or just being able to differentiate the two very easily, and then that would also be fine. Reduce the speed of comboing into Charmed, Bristling Sparks, and Flower Shroud. I didn't know it can be comboed into that many abilities. That's interesting. Reduce the speed. Do I think it'll really affect things? I mean, like, if you were just out in the open world fighting like 1v1s and stuff, like duel for spot, I don't think it'll matter. But if you're in like node wars and you're in a ball, yeah, probably you'll notice a difference. But like 1v1s, probably not. Small group and large scale, you might notice it. Change the skill damage as follows: attack damage, nerfed, reflection, PvP damage remains the same as before. Yeah, that's what I thought when I was reading literally all the other classes. Like, even if it says this, it's basically reflecting the attack damage change. So yeah, it makes sense. Change the buff. Critical hit damage for plus 20 for 30 seconds on use. All DP for 30 seconds on use. Ooh, that's not good. I think Megu players are probably going to be mad at that one. Here's the thing. That sounds fine in theory, but as a person who's also, like, I would say pretty high up there in gear, DP does not matter unless you are full DP builds. And, like, you just get one comboed if you're assuming you're high enough AP, like at the 1% or something, even at the top like 10%. If you're above like 280 AP, you could probably one combo someone on any class, assuming you know how to play that class. So crit damage is huge. I think they should have maybe toned it down from 20% to like, I don't know, 10% or something. Maybe a little bit less. I don't know. But just straight up removing crit damage for DP, that's not good. I don't like that change, but it is what it is. They're still very mobile though, and big AoEs and big attacks. So I don't know. I don't really think I like that change. I think they should have just nerfed the crit hit damage from 20 to like 10 or something, or even maybe a little bit lower. But I just don't think they should have replaced it from crit to DP at all. If anything, aren't Megu's like evasion? So I get that it's hard to balance DP and evasion because not everyone is on the same gear level, and evasion scales better assuming you are more geared. But I think it should have been like, how about like what would you guys think of this change instead? Instead of the crit damage 20%, it goes like crit damage 5%, all DP plus 10, and all evasion plus whatever 10, 15 or something as well. I think that would have been a better change, just like a balance, instead of just completely changing what the effect does. So this is I think this is probably a contested one that people are going to be talking about. Okay, new content. Anyway, there's a ferry now that goes from Ilia Islands to Akila's Eye. Calpheon Old Miniature Workshop. You can make these now instead of buying it from the Pearl Shop. More stuff to make. Cool. Quest knowledge. server optimization has been processed when obtaining rewards after defeating a world boss. What does that even mean? I guess that means less lag or something. I don't know, but assuming this is good, that's good. Fix the issue where upon entering the wrong password several times, the view login history and lifting the restriction on the account buttons and the verification email would not activate. So this means like if you like, you know how a lot of sites and stuff, like if you have an account and you fail to put in your password multiple times, it kind of like locks you out for X amount of time. So basically they fixed it, so now you can just like verify it through email if you mess up your password X amount of times. Oh, I see. Okay. Language changes, modified, and a lot of interesting stuff. All right, well, those have been the patch notes. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of all the class changes as well. I definitely had some big opinions on the Megu one, but all the other ones, I don't really know the class well enough to really give my thoughts on it. Shy one is like, I know they made this change a long time ago, but man, it just like 30 to 60 seconds. That's not great. I remember reading it and Shy mains got mad, and yeah, I don't know what this does. I should probably look it up, but there has to be a reason why they like literally doubled the cooldown, because that's nuts for a fast-paced game like this. But anyway, that's the patch notes for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a quick like on the video and all that good stuff. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic day, and peace.